Hi guys, this is War Piglet. We're talking about the migration event here today, as some of you might be in states where this has now come up in your events menu. The concept of migration isn't new to the game, but if you are in a state and have been going for a few months now, you might now see the events menu shows state migration. So what are we talking about? If you head to your events menu at the top right and scroll down, you may see state immigration. If you do not see this, then the video here isn't going to be relevant for you just now. However, in the future, your state might have state immigration open to you. Last Sheltered Survival is a game that you play within a state, whether you're in an alliance or not. And you're fixed in that state with a base when you create your account. During gameplay, you might find that the state that you're in doesn't live up to your expectations. There can be many reasons for this. Either players leave, not many people join, and it ends up being very boring, and you lack targets to attack, and there's not much going on in the way of alliance activity. Conversely, it can be overactive, and there can be a couple of alliances at the top who are a little heavy-handed and perhaps dominate. They might hog the presidency. All sorts of politics can happen, and you'll usually see that in state chat. So this is where state immigration can come to your rescue. This provides an opportunity for you to leave your state and join another state. Now, there's a fee in real-world money attached to this. This isn't a free movement, because if it were, people would be moving all over the place and attempting to dominate. So the game provides limitations. What the game doesn't want to happen is, for example, players who've been playing for 2 years and might be in state 200. They would have a base 25 and lots of high-powered troops and millions of power, and then they decide, oh, I'm going to pop up to state 600. 600, relatively newer, or let's say a recent state 850. You're going to have little bases all under base 10, and now you've got this 25 behemoth who would just wipe the floor with everybody. That's not fair and shouldn't happen. So the game limits the ability for the larger players to dominate the smaller states. So therefore, when you look at state migration lists, you'll find that you can't move up the ladder. Only by, usually it's around 10 or 12 states above yours. Generally, you're moving down. So if you're in state 600 right now, you'll find immigration be open 600 downwards, possibly all the way to state 1. But you won't find from 600 that you can go above 616, something like that, whatever the numbers are. So let's look at how we migrate from your state to a new state. Go back to the events menu and let's get to the state immigration event. I'm showing you on my account here where I've already migrated. Therefore, you're seeing a higher price at the top. But I just want to show you this little eye next to your immigration rating, which gives you this panel that breaks down the rating and how that contributes to your immigration rating power or score, which is 1.6 million for me here. Now this is relevant because it affects what the cost of your ticket is. Up to 3 million is just the one ticket, but should your base be over 3 million, you'll need 2 tickets. Okay, so how do we move? Go to the world view and get to your coordinates panel and input the state that you want to migrate to. So as an alliance, you might have agreed, guys, let's all move. Or as an individual, you might think, let's move to state 562. So you punch in the coordinates of where you want to go to. So ultimately up front, you've had a look and discovered where you want to be. So here we see the state immigration button when we select the tile, and this brings us to the state immigration panel. Again, this is showing £99.99 as I've previously moved. I'm just going to show you what happens with another account. So there's my city that I'd already moved, but let's go through the process. So you can see I'm just under 3 million there at 2,933,000. So here's a farm account, only at 438,478 in base power. So we head to the state immigration menu again. And now you see we're at £4.99, which is roughly $5. And that's the cost for one ticket. Now my immigration rating is 595,000.9. So I only need the one ticket. If you look next to each state in the list, you'll see the little information sign. Selecting that will bring up this panel that gives you a bit more information about that state and how things work with the power ratings. So bear in mind that a powerful player cannot move to a state that's relatively weak. The game really balances things out to prevent that eventuality happening. So here again we're going to the coordinates to select where we want to move to. Okay, so we're going to move the farm next to the main base. So we select a tile on the ground and pick the state immigration option next to the teleport. This brings us to the state immigration panel and instructions. So we confirm we're base higher level than 10 and we need one ticket. You can slide at the top there to see the price variations, but obviously you want to go for the first and cheapest option. So I'm selecting the $4.99 to get one ticket. So on iOS I'm going through the App Store, making that purchase, just confirming that purchase, and that was successful. So we can proceed. So at the bottom you'll see one more ticket, and with the ticket you get resources and diamonds. They're obviously trying to sweeten the package. But that takes you back to the world view. You have to select the tile again, go back to state immigration, and then you can finalize your move. So at the bottom you've got the immigration button and it reflects that you've got one ticket above. CD time, it's a cooldown time for ticket use. So we now place our base where we want it. That completes a state migration. It is as simple as that, but you do need to consider the cost implications and whether that makes sense for you. If you've got lots of farms, you have to balance that up. So ultimately you're moving to a state where you know there's activity and it makes sense to make that move for the cost you have to spend. War Piglet likes to be tickled behind the ears. The best way to do that is to like his videos and subscribe. It is incentive for War Piglet to keep making more videos to help you out. Thanks.
War Piglet.